So everybody's turning on Lana and Ron, guys. Everybody is turning on them. The cracks are surfacing. It's the last week of the season and people are beginning to turn on themselves and Ron is fuming. Hey guys, it's Rob and Rolly. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you've not subscribed, click that button for daily and consistent content. Now, before we get into this video, I do have a quick announcement to make. I am doing a Love Island finale streaming event. Streaming is the keyword. I did this last time for the reunion and it was great. The link is below, guys, and tickets are going for £4.99. They were more last year, but I feel like to reduce it, cost of living, I feel like, you know, people are struggling out here. Things are getting very expensive, guys. A coffee was £5 today. I was like, what the hell is going on? So if you guys would like to watch the reunion with me, you'd be able to watch it, play music, have conversations afterwards on the finale, which is March 13th. All the money is being donated to a specific charity called Sister Space. I think it is very important, specifically, if you don't know what Sister Space is, they are a charity that support women of color specifically, but I feel like it is important to support specifically people of color who are escaping sexual and domestic forms of abuse and then end up in positions that they don't want to be in order to survive and make money and do things that they don't want to. And there's many people, especially of color, who are in these positions in the UK, and because there aren't many supportive systems for people of color, everybody just unfortunately turns a blind eye to it or doesn't understand it, and you know, it can be very complicated. So all the money will be donated specifically to this charity, and then whatever is donated from you guys spending tickets for, you know, the streaming will then be doubled by me. So, you know, I think it's just a good way to support charities in this way, where you guys can enjoy watching the Love Island finale streaming with me and watch the, you know, proper ITV content and with me. I don't have to hide anything for YouTube streaming stuff, hence why it's better to do it via Zoom, and also knowing that your money is going to a specific charity that is helping people who desperately need it, and then will be doubled by me as well. It is going to be intimate, so get tickets whilst they are out there, because I believe a few have been purchased already from my knowledge. So the link will be in the bio below and in the pinned comment. It's going to be a great time, good laugh, gonna have a conversation afterwards with you guys as well, and just hang and just make it personal and actually speak to you guys like I did last time, which was great because we spoke for so long afterwards. It was lit. So if you guys wish to, it will be in the pinned bio below and also in the pinned and in the bio. Anyway, let's get into this because Ron is fuming. I did like this episode. I don't know if you guys didn't or you did, I don't know, but I felt like it was good because they really broke down the fourth wall. I love it when they break the fourth wall down when it comes to a reality TV show or Love Island or anything, because they had conversations about the winning formula or what you would do or what you need to do. It really confirms what we already know, is that the Islanders are going in there knowing everything because they've watched previous seasons. But for Ron to say, when I was a viewer, the couples in the beginning stage have arguments and they cruise on afterwards, it's crazy to me because I never would have thought production would have allowed those conversations to happen, knowing that we already know, but now we're knowing that they know, that they have watched previous seasons, they looked at tactics, semantics, which way to go, left, right, how to have your drama and your trouble in your relationships, when to call yourself boyfriend and girlfriend. They really broke that fourth wall in that conversation, and I thought that was interesting. Somehow this whole, you know, drama going on right now has made Ron and Lana likable to me, because I feel like the other couples are kind of just turning on them because they also know that they are the strongest, which was repeated by Kai, who said that, you know, they're trying to chip away at stuff because they know that they are the strongest couple, and that of course is causing them to be a threat. If they are number one strongest couple, no matter how close Ron and Lana are to other people, they're going to see them as competition, because this is still a game show. It's still about who wants to be number one and who wants to win the season. And of course, there's only a week left, which the Islanders know. So therefore, they're trying to suss out the strongest couple, break them down, and of course, they will be more easy to get to there. Now, I'm not a big Lana and Ron fan. However, the dynamics of these conversations has made me like them, especially because a couple that I do like, Kai and Sanam, are kind of siding and supporting Lana and Ron and agreeing with their points, which makes them and increases their likability factor, and which is why I am beginning to like them now. So, you know, it's interesting because when the majority of people are ganging up on one person or one couple, it doesn't matter if they're not likable. They will become likable because the audience will feel empathetic towards them because they feel like it's unfair what is going on, and I definitely do think that. Now, could Lana and Ron be playing a game? Probably, but I feel like every other couple in there has got some game tactic going on. I feel like we're in the 9th series at this point, but I just found it refreshing and different for them to speak about stages of how a couple is viewed by an audience and what they should and shouldn't do, and when to have their drama, when they think they should be cruising, and when they used to view the show whilst actually being on the show. That we've never seen. So that I found to be interesting, and I like that the production kept those conversations in there because it helps to bring some kind of realism when they speak about potential game plans. So the other couples have taken this as a game plan. Sammy and Tommy have kind of made this into be an issue when it really isn't, and Lana is just not buying into it. She's not threatened by it. She's not shaken by it. I feel like she would have been fuming because, of course, you're in an enclosed space and everybody's talking about it, and that can get to you quite a lot. But she is not letting anybody see her sweat. She's not bothered by what Sammy is saying. She's frustrated by it and fuming by it, and Ron wants to go over there and have a conversation. Now, that wasn't shown in the tomorrow night teaser, and I don't know why. Tomorrow seems to be the talent show. But to me, it's quite confusing as to why they wouldn't have shown a teaser of what beef is to come. Lana and even Rosie had their issues, but of course they sorted it, and I feel like the drama on this season becomes very short-lived because they've either dumped the wrong people, or for those that do have drama, it definitely just ends either in the same episode or in the first 5 minutes of the next one. Nothing really prolongs or carries on, which I find to be interesting, again, because maybe the contestants know that they don't want to be too dramatic. They want to soften things up to help their time on the show. It's interesting, and I feel like, we'll see what happens. Ron and Casey are having their situations. I personally don't think that Ron and Casey will make it out together as a strong unit couple 6 months after the season ends. I don't see it working between them two. I feel like she just came in at a convenient time. Ron just liked her more than Claudia, but I feel like Ron will like Ron. Casey likes her more than Claudia, but I feel like Casey will like somebody else more than Rosie on the outside of the villa. I feel like contestants like Casey, no shade, no tea, really make Love Island into a Made in Chelsea vibe. That's the kind of vibe I've gotten from the season. A Made in Chelsea kind of vibe. I even see him on Made in Chelsea. I feel like that is a great investment for him post Love Island to go on to Made in Chelsea, because I feel like that can definitely work. Just like Zara Holland did, I feel like he can definitely go on that route. But Lana and Ron are definitely likable to me. I see them in the finale. I see Will and Jesse in the finale. Who else? I see Kai and Sanam in the finale. And then it's between Sammy and Tommy and Tanya and Shaq. And honestly, I don't know. Because Tanya and Shaq are both OGs. Tommy, I think, came on day 2 or whatever. But, we'll just see what happens. But clearly, the other people are upset with what is going on. Rosie, took words differently from whatever conversation she heard. It seemed to be really just an episode of whispers going around of different conversations seeded from that challenge. When you have a good challenge like that one where you have to present yourself as the game plan or whose head will turn first, it definitely rolls on for conversations and drama. This is why we need challenges like that, and they're very important. Even if people may assume this cast is dead or not, challenges like this can really evoke a lot of good narratives, storylines, conversations, drama, tension. And I feel like I wish we had the headline challenge and the Twitter challenge and the live to the challenge, because that would have just made this great, because that would have just caused an aftermath of an episode worthy of content. So that's why I feel like I wish they would bring those back somehow, but I feel like they never will. I feel like it's a done show. Every season we wish for them to bring those challenges back, but I just don't think they will. But I do think this was a good episode because you can see the tension building up between these people. People who've been friends, who, have been buddies, are slowly turning on each other. Not even turning on each other per se, but are analyzing each other, are questioning each other, are confused with, what is going on, and etc. And, breaking each other down and assessing each other's footsteps and characters. And all of this is going on because they know the finale is coming and they want to be in that finale. So therefore, they're going to question things or over-exaggerate things. And that's what I feel like Sammy and Tommy kind of made an issue out of something that really isn't that serious. And, made it basically aware that Ron and Lana are playing a game. There's no chemistry between them two. As Tom said, he doesn't see them even being intimate, and that these two are not there for each other like that, and that nothing's really going on, and that they were laughing in the bedroom or whatever, and they're doing that on purpose as a performance to prove to people XYZ. And maybe they weren't, but I feel like the other couples are kind of ganging up, strong word, but are over-analyzing Lana and Ron more than anybody else because they know that they are a strong couple. They know that they are. Despite the challenge, and despite what the audience may think or voted them at XYZ, they still know that they have a good position in the villa because they haven't had much drama in the last 3-4 weeks. It's been about everybody else, and Lana and Ron have been cruising, per se, as Ron has said. And that's been now seen as Ron's game plan. But I think the others have game plans as well, and they're all lying to each other in there. When Sammy was like, the Ron was like, well, if we had game plans, everybody would have been known by now what the game plan is, and no one's having a game plan. Everybody has a game plan in there. This is the 9th series, and those conversations about, as a viewer, I would see it like this, and the tactics, and early on drama, and then no drama before the finale. Like, it just shows us even more that they are aware. And I do think that all of these couples have game plans. Does it mean that they're not actually into each other? But I feel like they have high awareness of how they come across, try to change it XYZ, and that can also make it difficult for the producers as seasons progress, because they also want to try to make it as authentic as possible, and that can be difficult to do. So let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this episode. It's very interesting, Very interesting when it comes to how people are telling each other. We'll see what the talent show brings. We'll see what Ron does. Is he going to be upset with Sammy and Tommy? Is he going to make a big issue out of it? Or is he just going to be calm? They're going to sort it for now. But I feel like regardless of what they do or what they converse about, the tension is still going to be there, because even Lana said that she's really irritated. So a lot of tension, guys, which could turn to a lot of beef. This last week of Love Island, normally is boring for every season. But I feel like with this season, it could be a little bit different, because, I don't think we've seen couples really overanalyze each other like this, to the point where they're breaking the fourth wall of game plans. Love when the fourth wall is broken. It may not be broken for you guys, but I feel like it was broken for me, because that just makes reality TV interesting. Because at this point of time in life, reality TV across the board, all over media, is so produced that it's like, what is reality that we're watching? Is it really reality TV? And I understand they have to do a lot for entertainment, but of course you also want that authenticity. And I feel like when you break the fourth wall and you have these conversations like this and they're shown, it is enjoyable. Whether it's good or bad, it's enjoyable for people to think about how they used to view the show as a viewer and not whilst on the show. I feel like that is something that we've never seen before. So I like that they kept that in, and I feel like, we'll just see how this week progresses. Do go and head over to the link below if you want to buy, finale streaming tickets. There's not a lot. I want to keep it very intimate with you guys. So definitely try to go and buy it if you guys want to. But the last one was absolutely lit. I could play music freely. I could show that what I'm watching freely, because when you do it on YouTube, there's so many copyright laws, you actually can't do any of that. So this way on Zoom, you can just do everything, show everything, listen, talk to you guys, do a question Q&A with you guys as well, what your favorites and thoughts on the season, really have a proper wholesome conversation about the season, whether you guys liked it or disliked it, your thoughts, comments, everything. I love interacting with you guys on a Zoom level. I did it for the reunion, and I definitely want to continue doing it. And I think with the finale, it's great right now. The weather outside in London, it's giving cold. It's giving -2. I don't understand what the hell is going on. We are in March. Don't understand why it's freezing outside for this whole week. Weather is just really, really cold. So I don't understand why it's like that. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are. Apologies for the lateness in the review. I was watching a bit of After Sun. Ekans and Davide were there, and it was great to see them. I didn't watch all of it to see what else is going on in the conversation that we're having. But the After Sun upgrade is everything. And I hope it stays like that until the end of Love Island, whenever the hell that's going to be. Because these three stick, and they need to keep it like that, because I feel like it's just everything. Let me know what your thoughts are, and the the finale, streaming tickets is in the pinned and the bio, and it's for the March 13th, beginning at 8:45 p.m. and ending when the finale ends, and then we can have a conversation. Anyways, I'll catch you guys soon for another video.